Welcome back, everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive into the Huckleberry app. You might have heard of it, huckleberrycare.com. It's this platform focused on, well, baby sleep and family wellness.
That's right. And it's not just, another tracking app. Its big claim is that it pairs actual pediatric sleep experts with AI.
AI, right, to create personalized sleep plans for kids, babies up to 5 years old, apparently.
Exactly. So the core proposition is that unique blend.
Okay, so here's our mission for you listening. Based on what we've gathered, we really need to figure out, is this platform legit? And maybe more interestingly, how do users feel about this mix, this AI plus human expert thing? Does it work?
That's the key question. Because, AI recommendations can sometimes feel a bit generic, maybe?
Or just, yeah. So let's start with what the users are saying. We saw a lot of feedback calling it super helpful. What were they actually using it for?
Well, the primary functions seem pretty straightforward. Tracking sleep, obviously, but also feeding times and, interestingly, symptoms.
Symptoms? Okay.
Yeah, and this is where it gets interesting, especially for babies, maybe with more complex needs. The sources mention parents using it for managing things beyond typical sleep training.
Like what specifically?
Things like allergies that impact sleep or just really irregular sleep patterns. Also keeping routines consistent, which is tough. And even tracking developmental activity.
Developmental activity.
Yeah, there was one example, like for a baby wearing a cranial band. So really specific stuff that needs careful monitoring.
Wow, okay. That's definitely more than just a simple sleep logger. But, tailoring gets specific. Did the sources mention areas where users wanted more? Any friction points?
Yeah, there were a few things. Some users wanted better tracking for bottle feeding specifically, and also more ways to customize the activities they could log, probably linked to those unique needs we just talked about, like the cranial band example. People wanted to tailor it even more.
Makes sense. If you're relying on it for specifics, you want it to be really flexible. Okay, so the utility seems there, especially for complex cases. But trust, that's huge with baby stuff. How do we quantify that? Let's look at the numbers, the ratings, and downloads.
Right, because that scale can tell you a lot.
Exactly. And the figures here are pretty compelling indicators of trust, I think. On Android, Huckleberry's got a 4.8-star rating. That's from over 29,000 reviews.
Wow, 4.8 is high.
It is. And get this. More than 1 million downloads on Android alone.
1 million, okay. That's significant reach.
And on iOS.
Yep.
Even slightly better, 4.9 stars.
4.9.
Yep, from 50,000 reviews.
Yeah.
And it ranks 23rd in the medical category in the App Store.
Number 23 in medical is quite impressive. That's a tough category.
Definitely suggests people see it as more than just a lifestyle app.
And those numbers, the downloads, the high ratings, they often correlate with community engagement too.
How so?
Well, the sources mention their social media presence. It's pretty active, over 9,000 followers on Facebook, which is decent. But then over 117,000 on Instagram.
117K on Instagram. Okay, so people aren't just downloading and forgetting. They're like engaging with the brand.
Exactly. It suggests an active, ongoing relationship with the users, not just a one-off download.
Right. So strong numbers, active community. But for something this personal, this health-related transparency is crucial, right?
Yeah.
Who's actually behind the advice? Is it just an algorithm or?
That's a really important point, and they seem to address it directly. The sources indicate Huckleberry is pretty open about their team.
How so? Did they name names?
They did. Jessica Toe is listed as the CEO and co-founder, and Meg Casano as an advisor.
Okay, having named leadership helps.
It does, and maybe even more importantly, especially in health tech, they provide full contact details, like email, phone number, even a physical address.
Oh, wow, a physical address.
Yeah. Which, signals a level of legitimacy and accountability that you don't always get from purely digital platforms or just like anonymous apps. It builds confidence.
Definitely. Feels less like a black box.
Yeah.
So bringing it all together then, based on the sources, the user feedback, the ratings, the transparency, what's the verdict? Is Huckleberry trustworthy?
I think the evidence points strongly towards yes. It seems trustworthy and effective.
Yeah, the combination of that high user satisfaction, the huge download numbers, the active community, and the clear leadership and contact info, it paints a pretty convincing picture.
It really does seem they're delivering on that promise of blending the AI insights, the data crunching, with real human expertise. It's not just one or the other.
Right. It's that combo that seems to be the key to their success.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to sort of chew on.
Go on.
Well, if this hybrid model, pediatric experts plus data-driven AI, works so well for something as tricky as baby sleep, what else could it be applied to? I mean, think about other challenging developmental milestones or family wellness areas. Where else could this kind of highly personalized expert AI combination make a real difference for families?
That's a great question. What other parts of parenting or child development could use that kind of tailored support? Something to think about.